What did you do?
The battery died. Did the battery die?
Was it the battery?
Ken, is it the battery?
It's the battery, isn't it?
It was the battery.
It was the battery. It wasn't?
It wasn't battery.
What was it?
Nothing. I'm just gonna shut up.
Did you not press the play button or
I
something?
don't know what you're talking about.
Hey guys, I'm Dan from Red Dragon. This is Matt. He's joining us on the Crusade, finally getting on camera because he's been working hard at painting his army. You should reach out to him about commission painting because it's excellent stuff. Really good at painting Marines. He did all of Brett's army, so if you look and see all the yellow on there, that's this guy right there. So we're about to play a game. Now we've played a couple off camera. We understand that the Howling Banshees are a big problem for a guy who has mostly, well, pretty much all.
My entire theme is, hey, I'm gonna do melee.
Yeah, but because of a couple shifts in who is able to show up today, we end up throwing down another game. We chose something that's a little bit thematic, and we're gonna see how it goes. It's a really weird deployment, which you'll see. It's like has one attacker that's like a triangle, and everyone else is a big U around, and you score points based on what area you can get to the battlefield. As long as you're in that, you'll score points, and then you burn objectives by just holding them, so things are disappearing. I don't know what to expect, to be honest. I'm just gonna try to shoot you off the table.
I mean, what could go wrong?
I mean, I don't think anything can go wrong. As long as you remember to play Oath of Moments, like, what else do you need?
Yeah, that should be fun. Attacker defender.
Attacker defender. 2.
5.
Do you want to be the penetrator or the penetratee?
I mean, if we're going off my cultural heritage, I'm the penetratee. Opa.
So, as the attacker, I choose who gets to go first.
I wonder which one you're going to choose.
At the end of the attacker's turn, after scoring victory points, any objective markers controlled by me are removed from the battlefield. So we have a total of 5. 3 are in, well, 2 in no man's land, 1's right on the line, and then we got 2 that are in your zone that you can start up on. So the zones are this line to here, this line, and it's 10 inches back, so right on the midsection of this marker right here. And then we have another 10 inches back, which is the middle of this objective. So if these markers go away, otherwise we can just use that midpoint right there.
Yeah, because essentially it's like alpha, beta, gamma.
Correct. All right, so for you, if you control 3 objective markers, you get a victory point, and these are scored at the end of your turn. So you have your whole turn to just go over. It's not the beginning of the battle round. So you just go on to something, score it. If there's no enemies within the gamma zone, you get a victory point. So if I put something there, you just kill it, boom, done. And then if you destroy 1 or more enemy units, you get a victory point.
Right.
That's it. For me, each objective marker I control, I get 1 victory point, which at that point, say if I control 2.
1 minor alteration, if you don't mind. Just do. Oop.
Yep, works for me.
Fabulous.
So if I control, say, 2 in the center, I get 2 victory points, but then I have to burn 1.
Yep.
I don't have a choice. And I get, if we are in Alpha, Gamma, Omega, 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, as long as I have 1 unit in those areas. So over here, we got a unit of Dark Reapers. With our Autarch in training, Ilthaus, the Shadowed Talon. So this unit has some pretty solid upgrades. If I'm at half range, I get a bonus point of AP. They have inbuilt precision. They have lone op 18 and a -1 to wound while in combat. Over here, we've got my newly painted up Warlock Conclave Guardian Farseer squad. So with this, we end up having a Farseer. We have 4 Warlocks over here, and we have our Deep Cannon. So this unit here allows me in Seer Council, anything within 9 inches, I can activate different stratagems, including picking things up off the table or deep striking them. And then I have a whole bunch of really nasty flamethrowers. So their current upgrades on them allow me to reroll 1s to wound at all points. Then the Farseer has an upgrade, so he points at something within 18 inches. And when he does, he increases, everything gets +1 to hit against that target. He now has another upgrade, which he points at something. Doesn't have to be the same thing, within 18 inches, and I get a bonus point of AP. So that can stack with my Dark Reapers and put myself up to AP 4, ignore cover. So this squad is going to be fairly deadly. And then the Warlock Conclave has an extra point of AP now. So that means that when they're shooting, I can put them up to AP 3 and just throw a bunch of flamethrowers that are strength 7, rerolling 1s to wound. So it's a really nasty combination. And the D-Cannon has not got an upgrade. And my last unit that I have, my first wave, is this unit of Void Reavers. Currently, they are allowed to advance and do actions. But they also have an injury, so they move 1 inch slower. They're the only thing that have an injury, and so I need to have them survive if I want to try and spend requisition points to heal them at the moment because of in-game requisition that they have picked up. Otherwise, their job is typically just going to be go forward and die, so we'll continue on that train and probably not worry about spending points to upgrade them. Over here, this is our Warlord over here. She's going to be leading her retinue of bodyguards, which is the unit of Banshees. Again, they have a bunch of different upgrades in here. They have Lone Up 18. They can re-roll advances and charges natively. They also get a -1 to wound in combat. They get a +1 to hit, which is redundant because they already hit on 2s. And the leader has had 2 upgrades onto her weapon. So her weapon is now +1 AP and +1 damage, puts her at AP 4 damage 4. And then this Otark allows me to use a free strat. But now she also has an ability where she gets an extra 3 inches to her ranged weapon, which is not much because it's just a Melta, but adding 3 extra inches will be something. Wave 2, we have 2 units of Rangers and a unit of Scorpions over here. So the blue squad is allowed to advance and do actions. The red squad has no beneficial upgrades to it. It's got an upgrade, but unfortunately gives it stealth, and it already has stealth, so it just has double stealth, which doesn't stack in any fashion. And then the Scorpions over here, the upgrade that they have is after you try to withdraw from combat with them, on a 2+, you take D3 mortal wounds.
Squad Oathbrand is my unit of Bloodclaws. They have something called Acute Senses, which each time they make an attack, they ignore the modifiers to their weapon skill, ballistic skill, or hit roll. So basically, nothing bothers them. They just like to advance and charge. And yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Whole lot of slaps givings are to be had. Here we have first of all, we have my Warlord, Ogman Giant Strider. Fine gentleman here has Scald's Foretelling, which is when he's leading a unit, that unit gets the Lance keyword. He has Thread Cutter, which lets him reroll the hit roll when he's targeting a character unit, and Precision. And he also has Strategic Laurels, which is at the beginning of the game, I get an extra CP, and if he is alive, if being the operative keyword in this game, I get an SAP. I'm not going to get an SAP this game. He's also there with Squad Frody, who basically just get a free heroic even if it's been used for their upgrade. So here we have the Hunting Wolves attached to Squad Frody, known as the Hounds of Frody, because I felt very intuitive and creative with the names. Their upgrade is nice and simple. They get 2 to the strength of characteristic of melee weapons equipped by that unit. First, in the remainder of the Prime Wave, we have Venerable Ancient Odin over here. This is a Brutalis Dreadnought. He's gotten some experience. He has Monstrous Momentum, which adds 2 to the movement characteristic of this unit. And then he has Finely Balanced, which means his ballistic skill or weapon skill characteristic is increased by 1. So he slaps and shoots a little bit better than usual. The other part of the Prime Wave that we have is Squad, where are you? Fra Rider. They are a Wolfguard Terminator unit. They are these fine folks right here. They are the Fated Heroes, which means Mark for Greatness actually gives them 5 XP instead of 3. They also have Echoes of the Primarch, which is once per battle in the fight phase, I can give them Sustained Hits 1, which is pretty fun. One of my reinforcement waves, we have Squad Fenric, a unit of head takers with paired mastercrafted weapons, as well as Fenric's hounds. So these fine gentlemen have Bladesman's Honor, +1 to the weapon skill. Their puppers have the +2 strength. Simple, straightforward. They both want to get in and slap around. We then have the other part of that wave, which is Squad Helgi, which have the same ability. They get +1 to the weapons. +1 to the weapon skill. Their puppers, the Hounds of Helgi, get +2 to the strength. And then we have my other character, a Battle Guard leader named Eric Madhammer, who is an absolute beatstick. He has achieved legendary status and is buffed to the hoo-ha. He has Feral Rage, which is he gets an extra attack on his melee weapon. If he ends a charge move, he gets another attack on top of that. He has Mark of the Wolfen, which every time he makes a charge move until the end of the turn, get +1 to the attack and +2 to the strength. Frost Weapon means that the bear's melee weapons have lethal hits, improving the strength and AP by 1. The Wolfenstone adds 2 to the attacks and strength characteristics of the bear's melee weapons. While he's leading a unit, melee weapons equipped by that unit get sustained hits 2 because he is a battle leader. And then we have the Fate Forged Weapon, which is each time an attack is made with it, I can reroll the wound roll. And once per battle, at the start of the fight phase, the bear can unleash the power stored in that weapon. When they do, until the end of the turn, that weapon has the Devastating Wounds ability, and its strength and characteristics are increased by a number equal to the current battle round. So the later on he comes in, the hotter he slept. That's one of my reinforcement waves. The other reinforcement waves here, we have Squad Ulfirson, our Grey Hunters. Nice, simple, straightforward. They pew-pew a lot. They have Marksman's Honors, which means their ballistic skills is improved by 1. They have Acute Senses, which means ignore any or all modifiers, so they don't, to ballistic skill, weapon skill, or hit roll, so they don't cancel out their own buff, like Dan's does. We have Squad Gillen, a Thunderwolf cavalry unit, who have the Scout 6 ability, which I'm realizing, why am I putting them in bad roll?
I also found out my Banshees also have a Scout 6 and can choose something else within 6 inches, give it Scout 6.
Remember,
And I kept them off the table.
Remember, folks, we feel no pity for Dan. He's a monster.
It's okay. I also found out my Dark Reapers do the same thing.
And that's pretty much the wave 2. Nice, simple, straightforward, violent.
In this mission, the attacker gets to choose the order, so I'm going to give myself first turn. I also will point out that as I was pulling up everything on my computer, both my Otarks have an ability where they can give 2 units Scout 6. So I'm going to choose this to have Scout 6, and these guys have Scout 7. So we'll do our pregame moves.
So you're just scouting your entire army?
Yep.
Battle round 1's about to begin.
You, sir, are both a thief and a murderer. You've killed a baboon and stolen its fucking face.
I don't even know what that means, but pretty good. All right, so we are going to start shooting these guys over here. We got 3 guys in range. They have assault on their weapons. They'll be shooting at these guys.
Have at it.
And then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot this squad at these fucking wolves over here. I will now remind the audience that this game ends when somebody gets to 10 points.
So it'll be over into 2 turns.
It's going to be pretty fast.
I hope PETA comes after your ass. And not the regular PETA, the bomb building ones.
All right, we're going to shoot our blaster first. Hits.
Shocking.
Wounds, 1 AP3.
It becomes AP2, so
Yep.
on a 5 up. Nope.
D6 plus 2, so it kills me. And then 4 little shots. We reroll 1s. So 1, strength 4, 1 AP minus 1 for 1 damage.
So 1 AP0 effectively.
Yep.
On a 3 up. Hallelujah. Cool. Where was this the previous one?
All right, so then this squad is going to shoot everything into these wolves.
Remember, folks, it's not too late for you to report Dan to PETA.
Well, I drop 1.
What could go wrong? Oh God, it all went wrong.
8 within half range. AP3. Ignore cover.
You want to know the best part about this? You didn't need anything. You 1 AP. They're dead.
Yep. Okay, look, they're dead. I am now on 1, 2, 3 objectives. I get to remove 1, so this is going to score me 3 points. And because I'm in the gamma zone, that's going to score me 3 points. So I'm at 6 points.
Yeah, I was entirely joking about it taking a turn, but
And then I'm going to remove this objective.
What the hell?
I'm like,
I hate his army. So this is why I'm like, what would you rather be doing? Playing Josh.
I just looked at this. I'm like, did you literally just put everything in reserves? You need to not do that.
They're just going to stay there to search drop site.
Search drop site. Cool.
Yeah, they're just going to be a little more tucked in there, so it's not the. No, there's no. It's all free for you. It doesn't matter.
Drop these guys in. I'm going to Overwatch. So he has to roll 2d6 minus 4. 3+. You must take a battle shock test.
I'm good.
You're good. All right. We'll fire the Melta first. Not a 6.
Jeebus.
All right, and then we'll roll all these. We got 2 6s, and we're going to use our 2 flips on this squad to flip 2 more to 6s.
Your father smells of elderberries.
And 2s. So that is 4 invul saves.
That's pretty god.
Okay, so you lose 3.
How many damage each?
3.
Jesus Christ. I'm just going to re-roll one of these because whatever.
All right.
Mama told me never re-roll no failed dice.
Okay, so you're losing 2.
All right, I'm fine with that.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything is not, in fact, awesome. The Lego movie lied to you, kids. I'm going to shoot the assault cannon into them.
Okay. When you shoot at me, I get to move afterwards. D6 plus 1.
I hope you get the clap. I hope you get the most uncurable of fucking sexually transmitted diseases, but it
These
doesn't
guys have blown up 18.
That's my shooting pace, folks. Grenade is 6 dice.
Yep.
So
1,
that's
2, 3, 4
more.
4. Eldar rules
Are stupid.
and they never change the stuff for Crusade, which is so overpowered. Holy
The
shit.
uppy downy is the biggest problem.
So what happens is that I choose my strands of fate, essentially, and then if I complete those, I get a ton of upgrades. So I'm just going to read them off because this feels like it's going to be a short game, and I need people to understand.
We need some content.
Pretty much. When I've completed it, which I've done once, and if I kill that Brutalis, it'll happen again. This is what I get. I gain D3 plus 2 requisition points.
Jesus.
I can select 1 Asuriani Psyker from my unit to gain Path of the Seer keyword, an Otark to get Path of Command, an Infantry to get Path of the Warrior, and then I can select up to 6 units from my Crusade force to each gain 1 Aeldari Path of Battle trait. And these battle traits are bananas. This is like completing an entire Crusade for 6 units. I am literally like 4 Crusades past everyone in this campaign because of how much shit they give me.
Terminators are going to charge in.
D6. There's your last command point. Oh, there's a 2. Reroll. It has to be in the tray.
No!
Oh, I got a 7. Oh, yeah.
I was about to pull out that fucking line from I'm a cow. Can I go home now?
Any other charges?
Yes, no, I'm good. I'm content there. This is fine.
Somebody needs to
Dixon
figure this out.
win.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's where I need
Those
it.
are gorgeous dice, by the way, Matt.
He set the paces. Taser, taser, taser. I forgot my note the moment target. You know what?
He just saw blood. He was like, yeah.
There. That's
Quack,
the
quack.
That's the ultimate moment.
It's not like you turned around and shot anything.
I realized it was all going to hell anyways. All right, so we're going to start with Mastercraft Power Weapon, hitting on a 2+ because of my detachment ability.
Excellent.
Thank God for those rerolls. All right. Strength 5.
Toughness 3, -1 to wound because you have higher strength than my toughness.
So 4s. Hey, 3 at -2 for 2 damage apiece, if you please.
Cool. 3 little numpties over here on 5s. I'm going to lose 3 more.
Consume a phallus. And now power fisting.
Give me the fist.
Ow! Thank God for those rerolls. So you are, in fact, hasting for a fisting. God damn it!
1s into 1s, the Matt way. 2s to 3s.
God.
There's another 1. And a 2. That's classic.
So
Amazing.
1 at -2 for 2.
No, because you wound on 3s, not 2s, because -1 to wound.
And then the relic great axe. 2s and 3s because I strength 7.
Yeah.
And I can eat a bag of dicks.
There's a 1. You get to re-roll it at least.
I don't want these dice anymore.
For the record, he keeps changing the ones when they fail. They're still rolling.
Yeah, I'm trying because I grew up with the experience. I learned never re-roll a failed dice. So I'm trying, and apparently that rule ain't shit. On 3s.
There you go.
2 at -2 for 3 damage apiece.
All right. 5s. Cool. You're going to kill 2 more.
All right. We're going to do Augment. So he has a Thunderhammer. He has 5 attacks. So he gives the unit sustained hits 1 because he is leading a unit. We're hitting on 2s.
In the pooper.
Right in the snooter. There's a 1 because why wouldn't there be? Strength 8.
Toughness 3.
2s, no minuses here.
No minuses.
And we do have dev wounds.
You still rolled a 1.
What was that thing? I don't know math, but God hates you.
I'm gonna take it out of this
I'm
guy.
no mathematician,
But
but
God-
God hates you.
He saves. He saves. He saves. He's got a 4-up invul save, so he just goes until he dies.
I hope you pull your back tonight. 18 attacks from these guys. Hitting on 2s because I'm still at the +1 to hit.
So 2s. Oh, there's a couple 1s in there.
What did I do? Who did? I haven't been that blasphemous today. 3s.
These dice available at Red.
I don't want these dice anymore. I don't want.
2, 4, 6. Oh, 7. Oh, it's a 7. All right.
Man,
Well,
if only you could count.
I got to keep going on this guy till he dies. Oh, he's dead. All right. And then what's the AP on this? 2. All right, you got him. So let's see. So you get points if you control 3 or more objective markers.
Of course I do.
If there's no enemies within the gamma zone, and then one or more enemies were destroyed by the defender. So you'll get 1 victory point.
There we go. And
I do get to fight you back over here first. So we're going to do 4 little slappy attacks. On 5s, no. And then the leader is going to do his. He hits on 2s. Strength 6, so 3s.
4s because -1 to wound.
Cool. 1 AP -3.
4 ups.
Kills a dude.
Have I been fucking up this entire time?
I don't know.
Yes, their storm shields give them 4 wounds each. So essentially, we're not going to do anything back. That guy's just going to stay there. You've killed both dudes. That's what happens. Nice and simple. Remember, folks, Matthew, brain
Drugs are
damage.
bad, kid.
Sailors wish for seas as smooth as my brain is.
These guys here, I forgot that one of their upgrades when I pulled it up on my laptop. The Otark that I have, both of them have, they can choose their 2 units, so their self and one other, give them Scout 6. So I was able to scout this move forward 6, then move with a +2 token, roll in advance, and get onto this objective. I was then able to use a free strat from one of the ones that I rolled. It allowed me to teleport my Dark Reapers across the table. This is what's left of the Dark Reapers. They did what they had to do. They shot and they killed some stuff. But by being put in his deployment zone, in the Gamma target, got me 3 victory points. So they did get me a lot of points. Currently, as long as they survive and they are still in this zone, I will score 3 more points, which would make this a very fast game. So we've decided to just keep playing. My Void Reavers were able to get on both of these objectives. One of the rules is that afterwards I get to choose 1 objective marker to remove from play, so the center objective is no longer there. So my turn, I was able to score 6 points, which if those Dark Reapers survive, and I have a sticky objective, which is going to happen, it means all I have to do is retreat and instantly win the game, and that doesn't sound very entertaining. Yeah. But it is kind of funny.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious how easy this is when you don't have units to screen, because they force you to put everything in reserves in this mission. Either way, these guys were able to pick up all the Void Reavers in center, so they're already injured. We're going to see if they, because they also get a -1 to leadership tests and a -1 to further injury things. So when I roll that, they're going to have a fail on a 1 or a 2.
Mein Wolfguard Terminators came in. I screwed up on the rules about what a shield does. Remember, folks, a shield on a unit that already has an invuln gives them an extra wound. If I can't remember, you should be able to. Came down, didn't shoot because if I did shoot, I wouldn't be able to charge anything. Charged, rolled all the ones, which was impressive, actually. It wasn't boring. Yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. It was deeply underwhelming, but a little bit fun, a little bit saucy, and completely demonstrates how much of an idiot I am. So we had the Blood Claws here. They scored an agenda. What did they do? Their best. And they're going to eat a fat one in about 5 minutes, I think. 5 minutes. It's going to be like 30 seconds.
It should be faster.
Yeah. And then we had this unit with a leader come on in, charge his Void Scarred unit, beat the living stuffings out of them barely, because you kept bossing those 4-ups, and then moving on to this objective so I could score nothing. And now they're going to die.
Battle round 2.
So battle shock over there. We are fine.
Not shooketh.
Beginning of shooting phase. He's got his 2 abilities. One is +1 to hit. So he's going to go +1 to hit onto these guys over here. And the other one is +1 AP. Those guys over there.
Shocking.
All of our flamethrowers over there. The two little flamethrowers, 5 shots.
Jesus.
Top 10 on you guys, 4.
4.
Take 2 AP1s.
Ignore cover?
Yes.
All right. 4 ups. Of course. How many damage apiece?
1 damage each.
All right. We're down. One of them's down to 1 wound.
2 pistols. No. All right. And then the big flamethrowers. Number of shots.
Yes.
That's 10, 14.
Sure.
Plus 8, so 22.
I could have avoided all of this.
And we reroll the ones. 19, AP 3, 2 damage. Because Crusade.
So, AP3.
Yeah, so you're looking for a lot of 6s. So that's 3 guys dead.
2 damage each.
2 damage each.
So that kills 1. That kills the second.
Jesus.
That's what you get.
He's throwing dice at my shit.
I didn't hit him hard enough.
All right.
So 1 guy's on 1 wound. Go. Come on.
Oh, and he's dead.
And it's so out of 19, I saved 7, and then that's 12 going into a 4-up invuln.
He's dead, Jim.
Stop it! He's already dead!
The 2 Melta shots here. 1 invul save, sir.
Yeah.
Cool. And then
That's a building.
the D cannon. And do 2 shots. 2 hits. Reroll 1s. 2 invuls.
So let's start with the 1 guy.
He's good. Next guy.
He's good.
There you go. See? Yeah, it's fine. Not that bad.
It's totally fine.
Totally fine. So that's all right. So I control 1 objective here. Oh, any objective markers. Cool. So I guess technically the one in the middle should have been moved.
Okay.
So
that's gone.
yep. All right. Well, that's
Dan's a cheating cheater who cheats.
yep. So I get 1 victory point for that. So I score 1 for that, and then because I have a unit over here, I get 2 points, so bringing me to 9.
Hey, we're not done by this turn. So I have to declare an oath of moment target. I need to remember this one.
Quack quack.
I think there's only one thing worth oathing.
Yep. When you do that move, I'm going to spend 1 of my dice to do mortals to you. Each 3 up is a mortal. That's what. So 3 mortals.
Cool. Shield dude is down to a wound.
Close enough for me.
So we are gonna go into the shooting phase. Termies go. Miss 2. 3s. Sure.
2.
1 is a dev.
I'll roll. It doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it.
It's going to be on invul. And I will spend a cheating token.
AP0.
And move D6 plus 1 for 7 inches.
This is their preferred target, so they have a little special ability. I'll go through it. So they have 3 heavy bolt pistol shots, 3 ups, 3s.
Yep.
-1.
4 up. We're good.
Cool. That's all the shooting we're going to do today. These 3 are going to charge this unit here.
I think they did it.
And I swear to God, if I don't get that same fucking kind of magic, the important charge.
I think he did it.
Oh my God, thank you, baby Jeebus. And because I only really have this turn left, I am going to do Eric's going King Kamehameha turn. I'm going to explain an ability that head takers have called head hunters. I have selected this unit to be my quarry. The weapons equipped by head taker models in this unit have the dev wounds and precision abilities while targeting its quarry. Whenever I destroy the quarry in question, I get to choose a new unit.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna get the headhunters out of the way just because it's a little bit funnier, and then I'm gonna do a whole line of cocaine and do Eric.
Cool. I'm going to spend a CP. So you get -1 to hit and -1 to wound on that squad. Sustain 2.
I don't know. I'm so fucking scared. I'm so fucking scared right now. I'm so goddamn scared. What could possibly go wrong?
Even if you make
oh
the right-
my God, it all went wrong.
Even if you make the right decision, they'll be like, nah, that was the wrong decision.
I'm just gonna not be that greedy.
Cool.
Come on, some 6s for the love of God. I'll get no 6s.
No
I'm
6s,
fucking
but you
lucky.
get 3 more in. Yeah, that's fine.
So 4s. Dev wounds here.
Yes. Hey, you got 6s on that.
3 dev wounds. 6 saves. Well, I'll use a precision here.
Okay, so how many saves is it then? 6. Cool.
2 each.
4 wounds. All right, Farseer has died. 2 saves
AP2.
on the squad, which is 5 ups. So that's going to kill 2 guys.
And then
3 more. And that's it for the squad.
And those are dev wounds, and then it's Eric's turn. Now I've got to do something fun called Mayath. Feral Rage base 1. He charged, he gets another one. Wolfen, he gets another one. Wolfen Stone, he gets another 2. And then because we're in battle round 2, he gets another 2. Wounding on 3s. I am re-rolling wounds. I have precision, I have sustained hits 2, I have lethals, and I have deadly. These are lethals, but sustained means I get 4. I'm going to be a little greedy with this 3. I'm going to re-roll it with the rest of those ones. Add the 1s and the 2s. That went about the way as expected. 3s. Re-rolling wounds. Jesus, thank God for that.
Wait.
This is damage 3 each. That's 4, 8, 11 at AP
2, 4,
on your
6.
invuln.
So we'll put him on the weapon platform. He saves both. He takes that, he dies.
So that's 4 so far.
We want to put it on a weapon platform. All right, kills both platforms. And then we got 3 on regular little mooks.
4.
All right, so would you like to pile in?
No.
Cool.
Not even a little. 18 attacks. So I now, because I have completed my saga, because my kill tally is at 3, I'm now getting +1 to wound in melee. So on 2s, everything hits. Oh no, how terrible. I would finally take a victory out of 5 games we played. AP2, 2 damage apiece. So
They only have a 5 up armor save, they just die.
So yeah, that's 10 and go through. Good.
If you want to just move them over into these guys, 3 hits, 3 wounds,
4 up saves. Eat a dick.
Yep. I mean, I wasn't really expecting a lot. You have nobody in the gamma zone, so you'll get 1 for that, and then you get 1 for killing at least 1 unit. So you get
So
2
that puts
points.
me up to 3. It's happening, mama. It's happening.
Brought in our next wave. Because of the rules in this one, I can't actually deploy over on this side, which because I don't have deep strike, I literally just don't have anywhere I can put my units. So I just went 1, 2. These guys did a reactive move, but only rolled a little bit, so they just kind of scooted back. Dark Reapers did pretty good, but being shot, they got a chance to reactive. I rolled a 6, so I got to move 7 inches. Not wanting to go into combat with this unit and lose them, they decided to just kind of stay there. This unit did get the bad touch with his Warlord, I think.
So my Warlord is the other one. That's Eric Madhammer. So it's just a cracked up Coke Fiend.
Yeah, so he does a million attacks. So even with -1 to hit, -1 to wound, strat and everything else on these guys, he killed everything in that squad. I have 3 of these guys left. That's it.
So the Terminators took some pot shots at those Reavers. I left them there. I did not charge in because I do not want him to be able to uppy downy his stupid fucking witches, because that would be horrifying. So they're holding the fort there. So are these puppies. These wolves here and these blood claws here to also kind of prevent him from being able to pick stuff up, put it down. Came and slapped the taste out of some rangers, which it's a moral victory.
Yeah.
It's the good stuff.
Battle round 3.
So let's go into some shooting. We had a couple ranger shots down into this guy, and then we got flamethrowers going into here, and then these guys will probably continue to shoot in there because I need to try and do something with that. 2 shots, 1 hit. Nope.
Not today, Satan.
Beautiful. That's kind of expected. Flamethrowers into here. Oop. In the tray. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we will have to spend our CP to reroll that 1. Rerolling 1s. 13 at AP2.
So 13 4-ups. Sure.
Squad's dead?
Yeah, that feels about right.
Okay. Well, then it's only 10 more saves than later. He's dead too. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, this is now going to shoot into this guy over here. These 2 lads in here. 1 hits on a 3, 1 hits on a 2. And then they're both wounding on 2s. And we're not using a reroll, so just 1 invul save on the injured guy.
Nope.
Cool. Well, that was a really fast turn. That's literally all I have because I can't do anything with my banshees and these guys died, so.
All right, we're gonna go into shooting phase.
Hold on, I got strats I can use.
Do your
sir.
strats.
Like I'm going to be overwatching those fucking wolves, and because they were deployed, I'm going to do some mortals to them first.
Ooh.
So we are.
What is the range of your flamer?
Oh, you're lucky. You are out of range on that flamer. Oh,
Consume a phallus!
I can still do the mortals on them. I think.
Put it in a band me and eat a dick, you motherfucker.
So we are going to. So we'll spend one of each. This has to battle shock, and then I'm going to roll mortals onto these guys. Yeah.
It is not battle shocked.
Cool. Sorry, battle shock at -1. 2 mortals to your space pups.
He is shook. It'll be the fucking those assholes over there.
These guys?
Yeah. Here you go, rubber ducky of oaths. All right, so we're gonna start with the assault cannon into the Rangers.
And you're at -1 to hit.
Fuck. 2s to wound, 6s are debs. 1 dead. Grey Hunters are shooting the Scorpions, so it's 20 base. So 20 base plus rapid fire 1, 26 shots. I'm gonna borrow one of your dice. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling to hit. 3s to wound, re-rolling 1s because of their inherent ability.
You're just gonna roll your dice.
Yeah, that many at AP0.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this squad's it.
Essentially, all that's left is the Brutalis, who's gonna shoot the Warlocks.
Way out of range to do that. You can shoot this.
Let's do the Brutalis.
I am going to spend a CP to give you -1 to hit and wound.
All right.
They already have a -1 to wound. I don't know if you had a +1, but
No, I
mainly
don't.
for the minus to hit that I wanted.
All
that.
right, so Twin Icarus, Iron Hail, Stubber. I have 3. You are in rapid fire, so that's rapid fire 3.
Oh wait, I don't need to spend my CP. You can just free strat that.
So I don't hit. That sounds about right.
Fire for the course.
And then Multi-Melta. Nope. Cool.
We're gonna spend a token, and we get to move D6 +1, 7 inches.
Thunderwolves are gonna charge. Go fuck yourself, Dan. So, Wolfguard weapon is 12 attacks in total. Hitting on 3s, because +1, -1. No rerolls here. Strength 5, wounding on 4s. And that's how math works, kids. So that is a 4 at -2 for 3 damage apiece.
All right. Well, leader, that guy, he's dead.
So
All right, and then
3 at -2.
I need to CP reroll. You still have more attacks, though, right?
I have teeth and claws.
How many attacks are those?
Another 9 attacks, hitting on 4 + 5 -1/1.
Yeah, I might as well use the CP, because what am I going to need for next turn? I'm going to want to teleport. So yeah, I'll re-roll the other one. He fails. Does not matter. They did. So we brought in our unit of Banshees over here, because we can't actually put them into his deployment zone, which is all the way around the battlefield. So we had no choice but to just kind of sit here and let Matt shoot at us and wipe off our Scorpions. Lost a couple of Rangers, and then he managed to make an 8-inch charge over here, which allowed him to kill my Otark and my last Dark Reaper. So there's not really a lot left here. Now, because the game ends when you hit 10 points, and I technically hit that in turn 2, we decided to keep playing. So we're going to finish turn 4. This way we get some experience on stuff and make a little bit of a battle report out of this. There's definitely a lot of wacky rules with Crusade,
yeah.
and it's punishing both of us either way. But I do have an agenda where I have to kill his Brutalis Dreadnought. So I'm going to kind of throw everything trying to kill that Brutalis Dreadnought. He'll roll his turn, and we'll see what happens. So there's the Brutalis that Matt painted up by himself.
Totally.
It is absolutely gorgeous. Matt, great job on the painting on this stuff.
Thank you.
And we're going to try and kill this guy, and that's basically it for me. Everything else is kind of dead.
Pretty much. Using the bullshittery that is the rules in this thing ended up an inch away from your guys. I had to shoot those guys who got to move, but then I managed to pull a 12-inch, 10-inch charge out of my ass.
Yes, because in this one, you can strat reserves come in from your board edge 1 inch away. I was on the receiving end of that when I found out that was an actual rule in this campaign.
The damage was just enough to do what they needed to do, and then everybody else was stuck with their penis in their hands. Do Space Marines even have penises?
They probably have 2. They have 2 of everything
But they
else.
don't reproduce.
Yeah, they're just for fun.
And now for the conclusion of this epic battle.
In the same spot.
There he is.
Yeah.
I want to kill this guy because that gets my agenda. That's it. And if I don't get my agenda, whatever. But if I do get it, awesome.
All right, I'm on.
Here, it's once. Nothing. These guys are going to shoot in here. So 3d6. 5's rerolling 1s. 4. AP2, ignore cover. Yep. All of this now shooting in. We will, I guess, free strat. Criticals have an extra point of AP. Because I'm only wounding on 6s, so 2 AP3s. Cool.
Sure.
This guy shooting his thing. Nope. So yeah, we'll free strat to re-roll that because we just need to hit on a 2 and then on a 3. Cool. Well, that's
Charge a clock.
Charge a clock. We're looking for a 9. And they get the re-roll for free. All right. These 2 go in that way. Everything else is going to go in this way.
Yep.
The leader. So that's going to be 4. I will use both flips.
I am going to give him -1 to hit. Overwhelming onslaught for 1 CP, putting me down to 3. 2 Adeptus Stars units are in engagement range with an enemy unit. Until the end of the phase, each time an enemy model in that enemy unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. T10.
So on 5s.
Which doesn't
over
matter
here.
because you have a +1 to hit anyway, so it nullifies that. So there's no point in doing
And
that.
then these ones are 5s. We're going to flip that to a 6 and that to a 6. So that is 4 at AP4.
How many damage fees?
4.
Oh, God.
Because of my upgrade.
I'm going to spend 1 CP to reroll 1 of them. Although I don't think it matters.
Because how many ones did he
12 wounds, so it
Doesn't matter. He's just going to die.
Does he explode? He does not.
Cool. So the 4 that we're attacking in here, we got to finish that.
The 2?
-2 because of those, because it's on all the units, right? As long as I'm fighting 2 units. Anti-infantry 3+. Cool. 1 AP2 for 2 damage.
Cool.
Loves it. Punch me back. We are just going to
Power Fist.
pull all the dudes in here.
2 and 2s. And boom. So 1 and -2 for 2 damage.
4 up. We're good.
And then the axe.
Keep in mind they are minus a wound on those, but it doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ, nothing hits. 1 hits because of the +1. And +1, -1. So
Yep.
2s, 1 on your invuln, 3 damage.
Good.
Cool.
And just for the audience, that reminds is that the leader on this unit has 2 upgrades that rolled. So it's +1 AP and +1 damage to that specific model. Because Matt corrected me on that. I thought it was a whole unit, which would have been bananas.
That'd been
but
too
the
much.
leader specifically on this one. So he rolls, but he can't use the tokens anymore. That's from the last upgrade that they did, so that he can't do anything. But she has her attacks, and she can definitely do it on her thing.
I'm just not going to do anything because there's no point in moving anything, so I'm just going to stay still.
These guys over here, these guys over, you do all battle shock over here.
Yep. Damn it. Cool.
You're fine.
It was even back better.
You're fine. Yeah, that's.
Thunderwolf Cavalry are going to charge the Warlock unit to Overwatch.
I will overwatch with said warlocks into here. All right. 10, 11, 12, +6. 3's rerolling 1s. These are the 1s.
11 4-ups. Jesus.
So, dead
One
guy.
guy. They're dead.
Yay.
Yeah, it's the game.
Kind of wraps everything up. I'm just going to get the proper score at the end. So, end of game score. You don't kill anything for points. I am not in this zone. I'll say I'm not in that zone and give you an extra point on that. Then it ends up 13-6.
Yep, that sounds about right. Good
All
game,
right.
sir.
All right. Well, we made something out of this.
It was a game. Well, I'm traumatized. It did, when asking how could it go wrong, it entirely and wholly wrong, as it turns out.
I mean, depends on what side of the table you're on. I think because Eldar, I'm like, this
yeah.
is fine.
As a matter of perspective, you had a phenomenal time.
I don't even know what kind of game this was. I wish this was a competitive state.
Or even a tenable state.
Yeah, we made a go of it. We had to ad-lib a little bit there. So the rules of this Crusade is when you hit 10 points, the game is over. That was turn 2. He'd play 1 turn, and technically the game was over. We decided to keep playing and just say, let's just keep going. There's a lot of weird rules in this. This is the second Crusade book that they brought out. And so you have to divide your force, and it's mandatory, you have to divide your force in 3. Mm-hmm. Because of that, you don't have enough resources to screen and do things, which puts you on the back foot against any army that says, oh, apparently I just can choose to go first and teleport something into your backfield as of turn 1. As the Aeldari player, they've nerfed a lot of stuff because it's a very imbalanced book. They did not look at the Crusade rules. They're very imbalanced. This is a problem. Like, this is a real problem. But we're playing it out, so we will see. But yeah, essentially, for each objective marker I control, I get a point. I was able to control 3 turn 1, which then all get removed from the battlefield. And then I get 3 points if I can get into his backfield. Well, he didn't have enough units to screen, and I teleported a unit there, and I start the game with 6 points. My second turn, I hold an objective, and I score 3 more points, and I win the game. So we decided to keep playing. And this was this, I threw everything in there. Things definitely did die eventually.
It became a game by just ignoring the whole, hey, let's not end it at 10 points.
Correct. And there's definitely some weird stuff. So you can deep strike. So when you deep strike, you can come in closer to your opponent's units if you want. For each model, you add one to basically a bad things counter. You can also strat reserve, which I found out, I didn't realize you could do this, but you can strat reserve in your deployment zone 1 inch away from the opponent. You just become battle shock, which makes
Shenanigans.
1 inch charges. Kind of messed up some of my plans, but it's fine. What are your thoughts on the Spacewolves? Because we haven't had you on yet, so I want you to just talk about Spacewolves, what you're liking, what you're not liking. I know Banshees, Eldar, so you basically everything is me you don't like, but aside from that,
all in all, the Spacewolves as a Crusade army are phenomenal. Especially if you want to play something that's very thematic, if you want to just have fun, if you want to go in swinging, they're a phenomenal army to play. The rules involved are amazing. The abilities to bring back the era of Smash Captains is super fun. The themes you can build out of it, the lore you can build out of it. It is absolutely a Crusade army worth starting if you're a beginner, if you're a veteran, or if you're just high. But sorry.
No, you kind of answered the question of where you were.
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty much how I feel about Spacewolves. They're just super fun, aren't they?
I really like a lot of their models and stuff. Then we've got an update. The only thing I don't like is the Grey Hunters, and what's the other option you have? They're 2 separate boxes. You
Yeah,
can't go there
the
one
Grey
box.
Hunters and Blood Claws should
That's it, yeah.
absolutely be one box. It's a bit of a cash grab that they made.
Yeah, it
2
feels a
separate
little
things.
weird. Like, it feels to me like this should be something like the Emperor's Children, where it's like 2 units that you could just be like, oh, they're in groups of 5 and just kind of
Change their arms, but no.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I think they definitely look like a very cool army. I like the theme of them. So, yeah. How's your Crusade going so far?
Against you, traumatizing. Otherwise, though, the games against Charlie have been super fun. The games against Josh have been super fun.
Which is a lot, because Josh is not a fun person. It's true.
I'm going to take the diplomatic stance and say, God, yeah.
Look, it's his fault he's not here, so we get to talk about it poorly.
In all defense, he brought this on himself. He should have been the person here, so because he can't defend himself, it just makes it easier to rip into him.
I'm going to be a game master for the next couple months. Okay, well.
Oh, excuse me for having strong swimmers.
Well, Matt, it's a good one. Thank
you for the
you.
game.
Hopefully
That was
we
a
get you
blast.
and Charlie on next time. Until next month, enjoy the Crusade and play along.
Toodles.
Hey guys, this is Dan from Red Dragon Comics. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Plus, give us a few comments. Good or bad, it allows us to tailor what you guys want.
Hey Dan, it's Red Dragon Games, and you forgot to plug the website.
Right, there's a website.